So today we are talking about the Colombian tetras. They are a very interesting species of fish. They come from the Amazon. Tetras, such as the Colombian tetra and the Argentina tetras, are very interesting because they are actually the cousin of the piranhas, which are their cousin. And such fish are also in the same family as pacus and silver dollars. Now, speaking of their general look and behaviors, they really do look like piranhas. They have their very slim body but very high. It's a very tetra looking type of body, to be honest. For the coloration, you can expect very bright red fins and tails as well as a very nice blue back and a silverish body on their flank, which makes them very attractive. They're also pretty big for a species of tetra. They can range to be as big as 7 centimeters from nose to tail. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how to keep those guys. Well, since they are tetras, they will enjoy a neutral water and an acidic water, since this is the biotope they are found in the nature. But trust me, they are very hardy, so they can withstand temperature and pH in a pretty big range. Speaking of temperature, they can live in both subtropical as well as tropical water, and I've made the test when I was younger. They were kept perfectly fine in room temperature, but I do feel that they do extremely well in tropical water as well. You will want to keep them in group of 5 or more, though keeping in less numbers won't necessarily make them aggressive. It will make them a bit shyer though. As you can see, they are extremely good schoolers. Now, if you want your tetras to school, one of the good thing to do is to either put an angelfish or a discus fish or a bigger predatory fish in your aquarium. That way the schoolers are naturally going to incline to be together. Also, in my case, I had to get several Colombian tetras immediately because of the pearl gourami being aggressive toward smaller fish in her aquarium. So I have absolutely no problem with the Colombian tetras. Now, for feeding, since they are carnivorous, you're going to want to feed them a lot of protein. And since their mouth are on the top of their head, a little bit like the piranha was, so let's just compare it to the piranha, so facing upward. This simply means they really want to eat a lot from the top. You can give them fake food, dry bloodworm, like real blood, frozen bloodworm as well. That's going to be really well accepted, as well as living food. So living prey are going to be perfectly fine, and they are probably going to chase them even more. For compatibility now, what fish can you put with them? They are very peaceful, and they are not nippers, at least not from what I've seen so far. They don't really attack themselves too much either, and as you can see, they're placed with long flowing fins. So the gourami have long fins, the angelfish have long fins, and the betta fish have long fins, and neither of them are bothered by the Colombian tetras. I would be careful putting them with shrimp, but other than that, they are perfectly fine. And I do think you could go away with keeping them with big shrimp. It's just that you might lose some of the babies, and that's probably the case with most fish. So They are a perfect choice for your community aquarium as well because contrarily to smaller tetras such as the cardinalis, neon tetras, and rummy noses, you don't have to be worried about putting them with bigger fish such as angelfish because, as you can see, they are very big for a tetra. Now for the tank in general, I would put a lot of plants, driftwood, rocks. They don't really use them that much in my aquarium so far, but it's just a safe measure and it resembles a bit more their natural territories and environment, so they're going to enjoy it. As you can see, they really just swim in the middle of the aquarium, bringing a lot of activity to that zone of the aquarium. They are slow swimmers, or rather, they can be very fast when they need to, but usually they are going to be peaceful and calm. And yeah, that was pretty much all the information I had to give you for the Colombian tetras. Very interesting. I hope to see more of you keep those guys because they are one of my favorite tetras, if not my favorite. They have stunning colors, they have nice behaviors, and they school well, so they're going to make quite the party in this aquarium. Thanks for watching.